Today we're going to be talking about the Trump effect. So how is the 2025, the next term 2.0 for Trump, how is that going to impact us as real estate investors? Disclaimer, this is not a political endorsement of any candidate. And I guess now it's not a candidate now because the results are in. Now let's get into some of the tax aspects of this. Rates will go down. As rates go down, you know that that's good. You should know that that's good for real estate investors. You get lower rates. You can buy more houses with less money, and you can build more cash flow. This is also going to create really good refinance opportunities for you. For those of you who want to get in this game, in this BRRRR strategy, to do cash out refinances, to get paid to build houses, the time is now. Even if it doesn't feel like it, if you can't see it right now, I'm telling you, the time is now. You're going to wake up in 2025. It's going to feel like you're on a different planet in terms of economics. There's discussion in terms of Trump's proposed tax agenda for 2025. They want to make the 2017 tax cuts permanent. They want to make these tax cuts permanent. Why is this important to us as real estate investors in particular? I mean, this will make the average American or like most middle income earners better off from a tax perspective. But from a real estate perspective, one of the things that was included in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is 100% bonus depreciation. This was being phased out. This 100% bonus depreciation extension was being phased out. It was set to be completely phased out, I believe, by 2026 or 2028, 2026 to 2027, 2028, something like that. It's going to be completely phased out. What this bonus depreciation does, it allows you to write off 100% of certain line items. Anything that you can do accelerated depreciation on a rental property, you can now 100% bonus depreciate. You could also do things like this, which is really cool. Let's say you're a real estate investor. You come into this game and you're like, hey, I'm doing 10 deals a year. I'm paying all this money for dumpsters. You end up paying $3,000 per job for a dumpster just to haul away the trash. So you load up the dumpster, somebody shows up, they take it, they haul it away. That's $3,000 per project. You're doing 10 projects a year. That's $30,000 in dumpster fees. Well, why not just go out and get a dump truck? The dump truck costs $60K, maybe $70K now, but let's call it $60K. You could get a used dump truck for $40K or maybe $30K. So I go out, I buy this used dump truck, but because it's a business expense and it's a qualified business expense, I can now bonus depreciate 100% of that dump truck in year one. So I can buy it for $30,000 and write off $30,000. Like I can completely write that off as a loss. I can depreciate that asset. For my real estate properties, we went over this maybe like 3 sessions ago. But for my real estate deals, I can now bonus depreciate. I can accelerate my depreciation on my assets. And then I can write off 100% of any of the line items that I'm accelerating. This means for your average rental property, you'd be able to get like a $50,000 loss in years 1 through 4. Somewhere between that 30 to 50,000 on your average. I'll call it like a Philly property, which is like maybe it's only worth 250. You can write off $30,000-$40,000 a year against other earned income, especially if you're a real estate professional, with this 100% bonus depreciation. This is an absolute game changer if this gets refresh extended. There's going to be some reduced regulations on development and property use. I think that that's really important. Trump has emphasized reducing regulations on businesses, which could extend to development and environmental regulations affecting real estate. A reduction in regulations could make it easier for developers to obtain permits, reduce project timelines, which time is money in real estate, and lower the costs associated with new developments. This hypothetically could make new construction cheaper. It could bring down housing costs a bit with less regulation. A lot of people don't really understand that. But if you start adding more regulation, you start making it harder to go from single to multifamily. You start making the permit process slower and more cumbersome. People don't want to do it. They don't want to pull the permits. There are some jobs where you could build the house in 16 weeks, but with the permits, it takes 8 months because of the deadlines, the delays, the city inspectors. They kind of have this unfettered power and they abuse it. You set up an inspection, they no-show you, it drags your project. A lot of this stuff costs us a lot of money. And it gives us hurdles where developers do not want to build. They'll just stop building the housing. And then it hurts the affordable housing crisis. So that can create a lot of opportunities for you, especially if you're a new real estate investor. This is going to be an easier time to develop than the last 4 years. And the last 4 years have been exceptionally difficult. Hell, there was even talks of a national rent cap. There's like all this stuff coming out that was going to make it harder on developers, on real estate investors, which now you're really just not going to hear about. Stuff's not going to pop up. Extension and enhancement of opportunity zones. These opportunity zones tend to lie in the neighborhoods that need development the most. So in the C-class neighborhoods, the neighborhoods that are rapidly developing, if you get extensions of opportunity zones, maybe even a refresh of some of the tax benefits associated with opportunity zones, this could be a massive opportunity for people who missed out on the first wave of starting opportunity zone funds, qualified opportunity zone funds, where you can raise millions of dollars from people who need those tax losses, those capital gains breaks. You can now maybe catch this second wave. This is a massive opportunity, especially for young and hungry developers who want to start up. I was talking to a guy today, and he's like, Brian, I love what you've done, how many deals you've done. I want to do similar. I want to build 1,000 houses. I want to build 5,000 houses and sell them off to REITs and sell them off to hedge funds in tranches. This could be a good opportunity for him getting started on that journey. So if you're getting started and if you're aggressive, some of these qualified opportunity zone opportunities are going to be huge. Jordan said, how do I start? You got to get tapped in. You have to start with knowledge. This all starts with knowledge. Guys, if you're getting value, like, comment, subscribe, share the content with someone else who you want to get value. How to get started is to just get into the knowledge piece first, because this game can be unforgiving. A mistake could cost you 5 grand, 10 grand. If you're operating at the level I was just talking about, trying to do hundreds of deals, mistakes could cost you $250,000. So you got to educate yourself first, which is the point of these sessions. But also we have, programs, inner circle programs and all those things where you can get educated at a faster clip and get real one-on-one level support. But I would recommend that anybody who's looking to get into this game, educate yourself first. The first thing to invest in is you. Then you start investing in real estate and properties.